Do you consider yourself quite brave? If yes, then this video is about to test you. Hey, don't try to run away, because if you can watch these 10 upcoming entries, then you are braver than the most, buddy. Big hug to you in advance. So, stick to your seats, grab a bowl of popcorn, because a scary roller coaster ride is about to start, as here are the top 10 scary videos that will make you scream. Number 10. Bedroom Exorcism. In the Spanish YouTube community, the first entry has been getting a lot of popularity. In this clip, you can see that two people are performing an exorcism on an unwell girl who actually seems ill. In the plate, you can see 2 eggs, and the priestess breaks 1 egg and it appears perfectly normal. But when the priestess rubs another one on the head of the possessed girl and cracks it, a pure black sludge comes out of it. I mean, it is actually a really creepy sign. And wait, because the things are about to get even more bizarre, especially when the girl sits up with very dilated eyes and drinks that black sludge. After that, the girl started shaking and twisting. Well, a full video of that can't be found on YouTube because things get more disturbing. I mean, damn, it's scary, boys. Number 9, Unknown Dark Force. We know that unknown forces are always around us, but no one knows how or when to fight against them for survival. Well, if you ever encounter one, you will be able or brave enough to fight back. In this clip, you will see a man standing in the dark alleyway, and there's another man who appears from inside. Well, out of the side of the camera, you can see some slight movements, but actually, these movements aren't of these humans, but like some hurricane force. You can see that the man is thrown to the ground, and that the dark force disperses. Then the man with a cap ran to the other man for his help before heading back to the building, because when he was helping the man, some unknown force tried to grab his leg, so he ran for life by heading in the adjacent building. The man who was thrown on the ground rippled continually, then boom, he is gone from sight. Then the other man with a cap returns to the alleyway to digest what has just happened. Suddenly he rushes back into the building, as I guess the other man was thrown in after him. Then, a moment later, someone comes out of the building wearing a long black cape and a hat, leaves after the building. Well, can you figure out what just happened here? I mean, do you have any idea? Because my brain can't. Number 8, Hand on Shoulder. If you are coming out of any room, house, or shop, then suddenly someone pat on your shoulder or put a hand on it, what will you do? Obviously, you will try to see behind yourself, right? In this clip, you will see the same thing happen, but there's actually another story behind it. A man in Adana, Turkey, was coming out of his shop when suddenly a man, God knows who, touched his shoulder with his hand, just to warn him to look behind and alert the oblivious man because the cover of the passing truck's back end was open. The metal piece flung towards him, but he managed to escape out of its way without being hurt. All credit goes to that hand on the shoulder. But the real question is, how did he know about that, as he hadn't even turned around to look at the approaching truck? Who was he? The guardian angel? Or Jesus himself? Your guess is as good as mine. Number 7, Poltergeist. We all have experienced a stormy night, aren't we? But this one is completely different, as once there was a stormy night and a man heard some sounds in his house as an evil entity vying for your soul. God knows what he was feeling that time, especially when he entered into his dining room. In the start, you can see in this clip that everything seems normal and right. Even everything is in its place. Then he moves to his laundry room and casts the camera down the stairs. I guess he must have been thinking that there's something happening in his house. He decides to investigate his basement. But when he is nearing the bottom, he hears a spooky and spine-chilling racket upstairs. Then he runs for his life and suddenly finds his chairs stacked up, balanced one at the top of the other, and the dining room light is swinging. By seeing such ominous sights, he froze in fear. But the overhead light in the dining room continued to swing, but no one was there. If you ask me, there's something uneasy as stacking the chairs so organizedly in such a short period of time when the man was away isn't a cup of tea for a human. So what do you say? Who did it? Number 6, one of them moves. We all know that a doll which has a creepy aura is actually spine-chilling enough. So what can happen if one of your dolls starts moving? In March 2019, the G-Team Paranormal Investigators posted a video on YouTube saying, "After my recent video with Omar, I decided to take his haunted dolls home with me that night. I didn't bring them inside my home. I left them in a shed out back. After watching back the video with Omar a few times, I decided to introduce his dolls to mine and turn the camera on. According to them, the video reveals some unsettling movement when the host, Patty, starts introducing the dolls. You could witness that the head of one of the porcelain dolls moves so slightly as she is listening to Patty. But she must not have been a full-on Chucky. Is she listening? Is she? Number 5. Don't go into the closet. If you hear some unusual noises coming out from the room or anything, what would you do? Run for your life, of course, right? Well, Redditor Shadow Husky heard some strange sounds coming from his parents' closet. They moved into this house recently, which was built in the late 50s. When he walks into his parents' bedroom, he senses that somebody is already there. In fact, in the long-length standing mirror, as you can see in the clip, a strange shadow crosses the camera at the 9-second mark. In fact, that wasn't a shadow, but a blur, kind of smudge. Then he asked that creature to please make a noise if you're present.
Please make a noise.
And unfortunately, it responds. When the boy backs off from the door, you can hear the sound of the clothes hangers clanging together. The boy entered the attached bathroom connected to the closet. He tries to flick the lights a dozen times. You can hear a woman's voice for a moment. See? By the way, my question is, who is it? Who does this creature or whatsoever want? Is there a spirit haunting this old house or in the cupboard? Number 4. Old South Pittsburgh Hospital. We've been hearing stories related to the hospital that they are one of the most haunted places. In September 2019, a video was posted on YouTube by the HRJ Paranormal Adventures navigating this hospital, which is located at the foothills of the South Pittsburgh Mountain. And this 68,000 square foot square was founded in 1959, but the haunting sites may date back to the days before it was built. During its construction, there were no such activities reported, but the hospital employees reported that they had seen some paranormal activities, such as inanimate objects moving, dark shadowy figures, and strange voices. Even one has seen a 7-foot-tall man on the 3rd floor, who is believed to be the former surgeon. Some have even seen a shadow of a toddler, or of an elderly woman. There are 2 spirits that roam around. One is a janitor, and a female spirit who is famous as Naughty Nurse, who wanders the basement. HRJ paranormal investigators managed to capture some paranormal entities in this clip. As you can see a ghostly reflection at 3:53, and at 3:58, that reflection appears again. If you want to experience such activities, then go visit such places with the paranormal investigators. You might see a few more spirit sightings and disembodied voices. Number 3. Creepy Girl. Warning: don't ever enter in the dark abandoned house, especially at night. In 2010, a video was posted by Ka Records where a team was exploring an abandoned house at night. When they zoom in on a corner of the room, they saw a creepy doll behind various obstructions in that dark corner. After seeing this disturbing sight, all ran for their life from the room. If you were one of them, wouldn't you? I don't think that any one of them had any other choice except this.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it. It really works.
And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by a subscriber. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it to us. Who knows, we might even feature it in one of our videos. Number 2. This subscriber pick of the day seems quite scary, but this isn't real. I know, it's sad, but you know, we can't do anything about this, right? Actually, this was just a picture of someone wearing a scary clown mask for attention, or maybe for his YouTube video. God knows, because I couldn't find anything interesting or related to it. If you know a story behind this picture, then let us know by commenting down below. Number 1. PENNHURST Asylum. We've been hearing scary stories related to Asylum that such places hold dark energy, and this asylum is no exception. The Paranormal Files posted footage of their navigation when they visited PENNHURST Asylum. The very first patient of this asylum was entered in it on November 23, 1908. The residents only took 4 years to overrun this asylum. Actually, this wasn't for the treatment of the patients, but for the contribution in the industry, whether it's cooking, sewing, making or repairing mattresses or shoes, or it's farming. Even there were more industries to which the patients were assigned. In fact, 9 employees were indicted in 1983 as they were accused of ill treatment of patients. This indication was ended when the institute closed and the 460 patients were sent to other asylum facilities. Well, when the Paranormal Files team visited that place, they saw some scary sights as well, particularly at the hotspot minute 46. Around 46 minutes and 35 seconds, Jesse heard a male whisper saying, "Go back."
Then I'm not.
And then at 46 minutes and 50, that same voice said, "I'm a male."
Right next to this ear.
This doesn't end, because at 46 minutes and 56 seconds, a female voice heard saying, "He is attacking you." Many people have heard some disembodied voices while visiting the institute.